Previously on Writers After Dark.
Hey, Ray Ray.
Hello, Catherine.
You know what I love? I love binge watching Netflix.
Like Netflix and chill? Pow, chicka, pow, pow.
No! Like Netflix and pizza, man.
Alright, that's cool. I like that too.
You know, and I noticed that after I watch like the fourth hour or so of a series, I start editing the work.
You know, I immediately do the same.
Yeah, but you know, as a writer, we really do appreciate the critiques and reviews, even the tough ones that are hard to take, because I mean, they teach us something about our craft, right?
Yeah, for the most part, but sometimes, or maybe inevitably, we all get that one crazy, misguided review.
Just this past week, I actually got a review on my third book, Chaotic, which all I did was upload the synopsis on Goodreads.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 3-star review on it. The person said that they enjoyed the story, they enjoyed the characters, but somehow the other 2 books were better. Which is funny because, you know, the book is still in my head. I haven't actually published yet.
So maybe the first 2 books were better because they were actually written. You know, but that's our whole point.
Probably.
That's our whole point of this episode, is that this episode is therapy for our fellow writers who have the same struggles that we do with these awful misguided reviews.
And, you know, we're not here alone. We have some friends helping us. And to start, we have a video review from Brian.
Hey guys, this is Brian, one half of A Beer for the Shower, here today to share with you 2 of our most favorite misguided idiot reviews. Number 1 is from our 3rd novel, The Sensationally Absurd Life and Times of Slim Dyson. Shameless plug. A humor novel about a homeless writer whose stolen diary gets turned into this ridiculous Hollywood blockbuster movie. Alright, this is the review we got. I actually did read the first 2 chapters and then changed books. However, because I do have respect for new authors, I attempted chapter 3, but still I gave up. To me, the whole literary content was absurd, so that I certainly don't understand the 4 or 5-star ratings. I thought these were reserved for great works of literature, and this certainly is not. Okay, so this guy thought that this book was too absurd. This book was too absurd. It's literally in the title. It's not just absurd, it's sensationally absurd. I don't know what you were expecting. The title had a big giveaway that it was going to be... I don't know what the word is.
Absurd?
And also, I take offense to this. I thought 4 and 5-star reviews were reserved for great works of literature, and this certainly is not.
Literary. Concerning the writing, study, or content of literature, especially of the kind valued for the quality of form.
4 and 5-star reviews are not just reserved for the boring old classics that were shoved down our throats when we were kids. Some people like dick jokes.
Hey, Kat, I like a good dick joke. Do you like a good dick joke?
Yeah.
And you know what? We wrote some damn good dick jokes, so we earned those 4 and 5-star reviews.
So how do you think he really feels?
Bitch.
So the reader couldn't tell it would be absurd? Maybe reading the title would have helped? You know what else is helpful? Reading the synopsis. Believe it or not, reading the blurb does give you an insight of what the book is about.
As writers, we spend a lot of time writing these 150-word blurbs. We're told we have to get this right. But there are a lot of readers who wander into a book without having ever read it. For example, our next comment comes from author Patricia Lynn, and she received a 2-star review for her book, Being Human. This is what the reviewer wrote. I don't know why I read this book all the way through. I was expecting something quite different. I thought it would be like the TV series. And Patricia's heartfelt response was, if you look at the book for the TV show, you see characters from the TV show. And the blurb mentions that this is not from the TV show. Has the guy on my cover been in the show? No. Do I state the characters based on the show? Nope. Then I giggle because I expected a review like this. You know, I can live with and appreciate a reviewer who maybe has a misunderstanding, didn't read the back of the book, etc., etc. But the thing that pisses me off, my big pet peeve, is reviewers who use that little review space to spew off their personal philosophies, their personal pet peeves. I mean, I get it. I have them. Go write a blog. Don't write a review.
Diane Wolfe had just such a problem. In her novel The Circle of Friends, she received the following one-star review.
Why is this book written in Comic Sans? I can't even get past the font to even comprehend what the book is actually saying. All that I can see is the childish unprofessionalism of the Comic Sans font. What makes me the most sad is that I am sure this would be a great book if it wasn't written in Comic Sans. Being a member of the Anti-Comic Sans board, it is my duty to warn all potential buyers of this novel of the dangers of Comic Sans. And to this, Diane makes this important point. She writes, what's ironic is the book font is Century, not Comic Sans.
Wouldn't you think that the anti-fanatic of Comic Sans would know the difference?
Yeah, I would say the meds wore off and they become unaware of maybe everything seems to be written in Comic Sans to them. Hey, there's also this thing called the ebook and a Kindle, which allows you to actually pick the font that you would like to read a story in. I'm just saying, for an anti-Comic Sans person who spends hours writing reviews about Comic Sans, maybe that's a good place to start.
Something that may not be so easy depending on the author is shortcuts in editing. But there is a big difference between a big mess and one single typo.
All writers need some guidance when it comes to the editing. But when the grammar police become the grammar stormtroopers, that's a problem. And especially when you start grammatically policing bios.
And we have one of our author friends, Rami Younger, who ran into this. In his short collection of stories, The Quiet Game, he received this review.
So for the absence of a T, the kingdom was lost.
But to get some feedback, we went to our man on the street, our dear Joey.
Yo, so I'm Joey Bagadanutes, and this reminds me of one of those deja vu situations you see. One time, me and my three boys, we were relieving this particular vendor of his extra inventories. You know what I mean? This freaking a-hole cop show up. Now, my paisan, Vinny Mafanguliani, he's ready to whack them. And I'm like, Vinny's Mary, mother of God.
Joey, if we could just stick to the review.
Yeah, so anyways, this review guy. Now, he sounds like one of them that they call, a prime candidates for a hit. You knows what I mean?
Joey, the review?
Yeah, so, like my paisan Rami said, this asshole, he needs to focus on, the important word stuff in this book here, Like us learned people do's. But really, I swear to God, this guy, he should be whacked.
All right, Joey, thanks a lot. Why don't you take us out?
So I'm Joey Bagadanutes, your man on the streets.
In my series, The Creepers, which is a zombie story, there was a critic who wrote that she would have liked to have seen more romantic development between two of the characters.
It was zombie sex. Disgusting, disgusting zombie sex.
Okay, that's probably not what she meant. But hey, it's a zombie story, jackass.
When it looks like nobody gets these kind of problems more than zombie writers. Readers are always unexpectedly wandering into this genre, as Brian explains next.
Not to brag, but this is our favorite review that we have ever gotten, ever. This is from our second novel, Dead and Moaning in Las Vegas. A story about Black Elvis, a drunken janitor, and a stripper embarking on an epic quest to not become zombie food in Sin City. I was hoping for a zombie apocalypse book. What I got was a sick, perverted person's perspective on Jeffrey Dahmer. This book should be banned, and I don't ever say that. Don't bother with it. It will make you puke. I did not finish the book, nor will I ever. -5 stars. Did you hear that? She actually took stars away from us. You bitch, I want my stars back. My grandmother gave those to me. It was a family heirloom. Okay, but really, as one comment replier on that thread said, you can't buy this kind of press. She wants it banned. Banned. And I don't ever say that, but this one time I'm saying it. I'm going to say it. This should be banned. I'm going to say it. First off, the obvious. Yes, this is a zombie book. In it, they do engage in the Jeffrey Dahmer style cuisine, which is eating people, because they're zombies and that's what they do. You're going to get a lot of cannibalism in this. Also, just for the record, this is a lot more tame than the original manuscript that we wrote. There were some parts in there where we were like, dude, maybe we should scale this down just a little bit. I mean, it got pretty bad. Anyways, I'm Brian from A Beer for the Shower, and these were two of our favorite Misguided idiot reviews.
Hey, listen, I definitely feel Brian's pain, but indie authors are not the only ones who get awful Misguided reviews.
Yeah, for example, Stephen King. He received 1 out of 5 stars on his book Dog Sleep, advertised as one size, another scent. Very disappointed it won't fit in my bookcase.
So he got 1 star because the book didn't physically fit on the bookshelf. You know what, though? This craziness extends to even literary classics like James Joyce's Ulysses, which has received 1-star reviews for being boring.
I mean, I get it. Literature is usually a little boring. Right, Brian?
Finger guns.
So listen, we hope that this little therapy session on crazy Misguided reviews helped out a little bit. And that's all for now.
Cheers and stay classy, bachachos.
Thanks for watching, and that's a wrap.